Yo, guys, a bit of breaking news this morning in the UK anyway. Marcus Rashford to Aston Villa, deal done, deal complete. Before we get into it, guys, remember if you are new to the channel to like, share, and subscribe to Red Devils 2 Joe. Follow us on Twitter, Red Devils 3X, etc., etc. So, but anyway, let me cut this. Let's just go straight into it. So, as we talked about yesterday, that how Rashford to Villa was actually quite close. It was a sure enough done deal. Today, Fabrizio Romano has basically confirmed that Rashford to Aston Villa. Here we go. Agreement in place on loan deal. Over 70% of the salary covered by Villa. Bear in mind, Rashford's on, I think, 350k, I think. So that's quite a chunk. Buy option clause worth 40 million, also included in contract with potential 3.5-year deal medical book. So I think I was supposed to comment. I think this is good for both parties. Obviously, the Rashford Amron relationship has not worked for whatever reason. We don't know why. It's good for Rashford to get more football. Obviously, Villa in the Champions League as well. Villa are arguably a better team than Manchester United right now. So I think this works for Marcus. I think the fact that Villa cover most of the salary is also good for us. And I also think the fact that, it being an optional clause for 40 million is actually pretty good as well. I don't mean that in the sense that I want Rashford to flop, but I think that, at the end of the day, Marcus Rashford, as I've tweeted, has been one of United's most successful, if not the most successful academy player in the last 10 years. I generally don't know why he's getting a lot of hate. Yes, different players can fall out. It happens. But I just don't really kind of understand it, because I can't really think of an academy player that's done better than Marcus Rashford has and contributes the amount of goals, assists, etc. that Marcus Rashford has. That's come from United Academy in the last 10 years, since basically Fergie. It just doesn't make any sense. So I wish Rashford the best. And I also think that, he said, it being an optional buyout clause, if obviously he does cook on this loan deal, and hopefully he does, I think there will be in the summer. I think there'll be a lot of teams for Rashford. I do think that, whether it's a boss, other teams coming in to come and negotiate, and I think that we can get more for Rashford. I generally think that if he does win us loan and we see what he's capable of, we could certainly sell Rashford for more than, say, 60 million. 40 million, I think, is reasonable, especially given he's a academy player. But I still think if he cooks, and he shows what he can do, and it's just, oh, maybe this is just a managerial thing, we can still sell him for 60 minutes. So I think that's a good shout. The other bit of news that I just want to quickly briefly touch on is regarding Tels. We obviously talked about Tels yesterday as well, in his role at Manchester United. And Fabrizio has done an update just about 10 minutes ago, saying that MATHYS TEL understand he's still not 100% decided to stay at Bayern at this stage, and his exit remains possible in the final 36 hours. We do have 3 months of the transfer window left. Manchester United are pushing for a loan move. Arsenal also called again in recent hours, all process being assessed on players' side. So really, at this point in time, it is down to the player. United obviously are pushing with Rashford now confirmed. We are pushing and pushing and pushing for a loan move to happen. I think I'd see this as a kind of 50-50, because it just depends on the player. He's obviously considering it. I think that if he wanted to stay at Bayern 100%, he would have decided right now. I guess the question is, I mean, I would have thought with CL football, he would have gone to Arsenal. And I guess my only thing maybe is that Arsenal. I think the key thing with Tel seems to be he wants game time. He really, really wants game time. And I suspect that Manchester United are more likely to offer him game time than, say, Arsenal are, or Bayern are at this stage. Maybe that's what his interest is. So does he stay at Bayern and fight for his place and hope to gain game time? Because if he doesn't get any game time and he just wallows on the bench, then that could potentially affect where he goes in the summer. Who knows? Anyway, guys, what do you think? Rashford to Villa, deal done. Let me know. Subscribe below. Have a nice day, guys, and cheers. Peace.